There are many people who have lost relationship because of parasitic mentality. Give me mentality. You see, if you only want to withdraw from an account without depositing in it, you are a thief. Before you can go to the bank and say, give me money, you must have deposited in it. Relationship is a two-way street. Relationship is not where you go to take a loan. Relationship is where you go to give. And if at any moment you are withdrawing more than you have deposited, that relationship will eventually fail. Hello there, you're welcome to another episode of the Personal Development Digest with Emmanuel Ahmadu. And in this episode, I'm going to be sharing 3 mindsets that destroy profitable relationships. 3 mindsets that destroy advantageous connections. I'd like to start by making this statement. It's a profound statement, and that is, relationship is one of the most powerful systems of leverage for accelerated success. If you want to advance at an accelerated pace in life and in destiny, then you must understand how to access and manage destiny relationships. A bulk of the things that I've been able to achieve in my life today came from strategic relationships that I've been able to access and maintain. If your life is going to move forward, if your life is going to make progress, then you must not just understand how to access relationships, you must also understand how to maintain relationships. Unfortunately, most people lack the knowledge on how to manage relationships. So you see people who God bless them with, valuable connections, valuable relationships, profound destiny helpers, but they end up losing that relationship because of ignorance. This episode of the Personal Development Digest is to erode that ignorance from your mentality. In the Bible, there's the story of the king Ahasuerus, who, put his wife away, Vashti, and married Esther. Vashti was put away because she did not know how to manage relationships. Even as I go further, you'll be seeing that one of the mindset here was what was responsible for her leaving the palace. So it is important for you to understand how to manage relationships. Else you will lose valuable relationships. There are people who have lost their jobs because of this mentality. There are people who have lost, loved ones. People who have lost their marriage, lost friendship relationship, lost, destiny relationship, lost relationship with mentors because of this mentality. And there are 3 of them. If you would enjoy the profit of valuable relationships, then you must understand how to manage relationships and make sure you are far away from this mindset that I'm about to mention. The first mindset that destroys profitable relationship and advantageous connection is what I call parasitic mentality. Parasitic mentality. What is a parasite? A parasite is an organism that leeches on a host, whether a human being, animal, or whatever it is. And the primary goal is for it to draw nutrient without contributing anything. There are many people who have lost relationship because of parasitic mentality. Give me mentality. You see, if you only want to withdraw from an account without depositing in it, you are a thief. Before you can go to the bank and say, give me money, you must have deposited in it. Relationship is a two-way street. Relationship is not where you go to take a loan. Relationship is where you go to give. And if at any moment you are withdrawing more than you have deposited, that relationship will eventually fail. So the first mindset that destroys relationship that many people unfortunately have is the mindset that is parasitic. Give me money, give me advice, give me emotional support. There are many people, even in romantic relationships, who are only receiving cooler ministry, receiving text message, receiving calls. You don't call your partner, you don't send them text message, you are always receiving money. You will soon lose that relationship. Quote me anywhere. There is no relationship that will survive sustainably when one person in that relationship has a parasitic mentality. There is none. You can't withdraw from an account that you have not deposited in. So the first mentality that you must deal with if you want to manage relationships, you want to benefit from profitable relationships, advantageous connections, you don't want to lose the destiny relationships that God has brought into your life, is you must avoid parasitic mentality. The second mentality that destroys profitable relationship is what I call entitlement mentality. The mentality that somebody owes you something. This is a very dangerous mentality because it erodes your fortitude for gratitude. When you see people who are no longer grateful, it is because they've entered into the realm of entitlement. In fact, I wrote down here that never get to the point where you feel entitled to the benevolence of people. You see, because when people are giving to you, when people are doing things for you, there is that tendency that you will get to a point where you feel like you deserve it. They owe you that responsibility. No, nobody owes you anything. Anytime you notice that people are no longer grateful for the things that you do for them, it is because they have become entitled. You must kill this mentality as a young person. Do not be entitled. Even though your parents are supposed to take responsibility for your well-being, don't be entitled. There are many parents who don't take responsibility for their children. So you must be grateful, you see. Don't feel like somebody owes you something. The moment that mentality sets in, it will be difficult for you to be grateful. And you see, ingratitude is the padlock that locks favor. You see, ingratitude, it will lock your favor and favor will not have access to you. So if you want to enjoy profitable relationships, if you want to enjoy advantageous connection, you must put aside this dangerous mentality, the mentality of, entitlement. They owe me this. You owe me to pay my school fees. You owe me to do that. Nobody owes you anything. Let me repeat that. Nobody owes you anything. That's how you should think. Because the moment you think that somebody owes you something, you become entitled. And the moment you become entitled, you will no longer be grateful. How many married people are entitled to their spouse's benevolence? And that's why, intimacy degrades. Once in a while, you must tell your spouse, I love you. Thank you for, I know that you are doing these things because we are married, but I don't take it for granted. There are many people who are not taking care of their wives. There are many wives that are not taking care of their husbands. The moment you become entitled, that kindness, that goodwill towards you will begin to erode. Because gratitude is what services, the engine of favor. Are you getting value? So number one, the first mindset I said is parasitic mentality. The mindset that I'm the only one receiving. I'll be receiving. You will soon lose that relationship. The second mindset is entitlement mentality, that somebody owes me something. And I said the danger of entitlement mentality is that it erodes your fortitude for gratitude. So there's no need to say thank you. After all, the person should do it for me. No, never be entitled to anything. Even though you are deserving of it, never be entitled. Because there are people who are deserving but still not get the help. So if they give you the help, it's beyond just you deserving it. No, you have to be grateful. The last mentality that I want to share, and this one you must be very careful about, is one key reason why a lot of people lose valuable relationships, especially destiny relationships. Relationships with destiny helpers, relationship with mentors, people who are ahead of you, who can lift you. And the mentality is familiarity mentality. My God. Familiarity mentality. I wrote this down. And if you're watching, you may want to write it down. That familiarity is the breeding ground of dishonor. Is the breeding ground of dishonor. When somebody is familiar with something, they no longer hold that thing in high esteem. They lose their awe of it. They lose their wonder of it. There's this song I love so much. It says, may we never lose our wonder. You see, because whatever happens every day, whatever, you get access to every time, there is a high tendency that you will get used to it. You must indoctrinate yourself to never be familiar with greatness, to never be familiar with destiny helpers, the people that God has placed in your life. There are many people who have become familiar with their parents, so they dishonor them. Familiarity is the breeding ground of dishonor. Remember the story of the woman with the issue of blood. When Jesus was going to Jairus' house to heal his daughter, the Bible records that a lot of people were pressing on him, but there was a woman with the issue of blood who came and she touched him, and Jesus turned and said, "Who touched me? Who touched me?" Virtue had gone out of him. And the disciples were looking, "Are you mad? Look at people pressing you, you see, and you are saying, 'Who touched me?'" You see, proximity is not equal to access when familiarity is in the equation. This is so profound. Let me repeat that one more time. That proximity is not equal to access, especially when familiarity is in the equation. There are many people who are connected to great people, but nothing is flowing from that greatness to them because of familiarity. Make up your mind that you will never be familiar with greatness. Make up your mind. The woman who came to touch Jesus, there was zero familiarity mentality in her mind. She came with hunger. She came with passion. I've discovered that when people are just getting to know you, they are usually, passionate. They are usually happy. They are usually excited. The honor is very high. But the moment they have access to you over a period of time, familiarity sets in and they begin to trivialize the relationship until they lose it. I tell you, if you do not want to lose valuable relationships, you must take away this mentality of familiarity. I put down 3 ways for you to not be familiar. 3 ways. Number 1 here, that never forget what it cost you for access. Never forget what it cost you for access. Never. One of the ways to erode familiarity is always to remember, what did it take me to access this person? What did it take me to get close to this person? The moment you forget how you pressed to know that person, you become familiar with them. How many people, men who before they married their wives, they were chasing after her, sending her flowers, but the moment they got married to her, familiarity set in and they stopped doing all of those things. You see, and the relationship began to collapse. But if you remember what attracted me to this lady, and you think and you meditate, you see, it will be difficult for you to have familiarity mentality. Number 2, how do you deal with familiarity mentality? Maintain a posture of perpetual gratitude. Maintain a posture of gratitude. Always be telling them thank you. You see, never get too used to their goodness. Any small thing, thank you. Thank you for calling me. Thank you for cooking for me. Thank you for... Remember what I said. Number 2, entitlement mentality. Entitlement mentality and familiarity mentality, they are twins. You see. So always maintain a posture of gratitude if you don't want to be familiar with greatness. Number 3, withdraw access when familiarity begins to set in. That means the moment you notice that you are becoming familiar with greatness, you are becoming familiar with the people that God has placed in your life, the next thing you must do is to withdraw access deliberately. Because you see, whatever you get used to, you become familiar to. You see, you become familiar with. There are many people who the day you got your phone, you were excited. In fact, you could not drop it. But right now, you can throw the phone and even forget where it was. I remember when I got my car, I would wake up around 2 a.m. and come and look through the window to see if the car was still there. I literally enjoy it. Just that feeling of knowing that, I have a car. It made me excited to want to see it. I want to drive the car. But right now, I park the car. Sometimes days, I do not even come out, don't know whether the car is there. It's when I come out once in a while that I dust it. You see, when you are familiar with something, you lose the wonder for that thing. You lose the awe of it. And one of the ways to deal with familiarity is to withdraw access. Because you see, when you withdraw access, that gap, that distance will cause you to hunger for that thing again. Very profound. So 3 mindsets, like I shared, 3 mindsets that destroy profitable destiny relationships. Number 1, parasitic mentality. Number 2, entitlement mentality. And number 3, familiarity mentality. I hope you do away with this mindset and enjoy the profit of profitable relationship, the profit of advantageous connection. Trust you got value. listening to this video. Thank you. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, this is the Personal Development Digest with Emmanuel.